Alright, let's finally get a win with Tony Stark Iron Man, shall we? Now, I've already played against Ultron, and I've played with Tony Stark, so I've seen all the cards essentially at this point, except for the Doomsday Chair, which is the alternate scenario I shuffled into this deck, because the last time I played against the Hydra minions, I forgot what they're called, I didn't see it in Rhino, that's why I put it into Claw, but since I saw plenty of them in Claw, I am now playing with the last modular encounter set that is included in the core box with Ultron. Now, the setup for this is exactly the same as the previous time. There's no BS involving Ultron 2 being face up. So we just have Ultron drones. We start off with a drone on the board, and Tony Stark gets to draw up to 6, and we can just start playing the game. The threat required for this to move on is only 3, and I'm expecting that to go on right away because Ultron schemes for 2, drone schemes for 1, and I don't think I'm going to flip over to deal with the drone so that it doesn't scheme for... Well, also, inherently, it is going to get 1 by itself. And I don't think I'm going to flip over to make Ultron attack instead of scheme because Iron Man's base hand size is 1 unless I have a bunch of upgrades. But we'll see what happens. Starting hand, Genius, keeping that. Surveillance Team, probably going to keep that. Supersonic Punch, not gonna want that too much. Greater Responsibility, don't like this card. Mark 5 Armor, plus 6 hit points, 3 cost upgrade. I think I'm not gonna keep that because Dark Tower I can use to bring it back into my hand. So this I'm gonna keep. Don't feel the need too much to keep Surveillance Team. There's a lot of thwart in this deck, and I think I'd rather just fish for more resources. So I'm gonna put that on top just so I know where it is. Gonna discard these for my mulligan, and I'm gonna draw back up to 6. Oh my god, 2 Heroic Intuitions, those aren't good. Repulsor Blast, and for Justice. Wow, what a terrible starting hand. I can't do anything with this. I suppose I can use Genius. Oh, wait. Always forget about this. Tony Stark, Futurist. I get to look at the top 3 cards, pick one, and add it to my hand. Helicarrier, here we go. Daredevil and Mark 5 helmet. Ooh, what do I want? I think I'm going to get rid of Mark 5 helmet and use Stark Tower to bring it back. Where to Stark Tower to bring it back? So I'm going to grab Helicarrier. I'm going to use 3 to pay for Helicarrier. Use 2 to pay for Stark Tower. And then use whatever is necessary to pay for Mark 5 helmet. That sounds good to me. So, those go to the graveyard. Helicarrier comes into my hand. Using 3 for Helicarrier. Using 2 to pay for Stark Tower. Stark Tower is Alter Ego action, yeah, so I can do this in Alter Ego. Exhaust Alter Ego, and bring back my topmost tech card, I believe. Exhaust Dark Tower and choose a player. That player returns a topmost tech upgrade. Enter discard power to their hand. This is a tech upgrade, so I get to bring it back to my hand. Mark 5 helmet. Oh, I would like to... I don't need it. Tony Stark has base 2 thwart. He doesn't have 1, unlike the rest of his stats. I don't need this. Yeah, I think I'm just going to discard it, get my Mark 5 helmet out, and end of turn. So, at the start, this gets +1 scheme. They're both going to scheme. He schemes for 3, and that completes the scheme. Or that completes the main scheme. Main scheme goes away, and it reveals attack on NORAD. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play, face down, engage with them as a drone minion, advance to stage 2B, force response. After placing threat tier during step 1 of the villain phase, we're past that, each player must choose to either place 2 threat tier or put the top card of their deck into play, face down, engage with them as a drone minion. That is fine. Perfectly expected. Now, because this was in the middle of scheming, I'm going to assume that this means that this guy also schemes. Oh, Ultron schemed and defeated the scheme. This one didn't scheme yet. So, both of these, gonna give him 1 each. And then I get dealt a face down card, and this is, oh, it's a scheme. Drone Factory. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck face down, engage with them as a drone minion. Place 1 threat here for each drone minion in play. And this is +1. This is acceleration. I forgot to draw my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. What did I get? Gauntlets, Punch, Haymaker, Tenacity, don't like Tenacity, Interrogation Room. After you defeat a minion, exhaust Interrogation Room to remove one threat from a scheme. Ooh. Oh, if only I had Daredevil. I could... maybe I should have taken Daredevil instead, but it's fine. Stark Tower should be unexhausted, and it is my turn. Let's start. Should I do Stark Tower first, or what is the topmost upgrade? Topmost upgrade is Mark 5 armor. I don't care that much about having that. 6 hit points at the moment. I'm not taking damage. So let's start with Tony Stark's Futurist. Look at the top 3 cards. And Repulsor Blast, Avengers Mansion, and Rocket Boots. I'm taking Avengers Mansion. Easy choice. I don't even have to think about that. Then I can use Stark Tower to bring back the Rocket Boots. To play Rocket Boots, let's use the Helicarrier. How do I want to play Avengers Mansion? Well, I'm going to use Tenacity to play Interrogation Room. And then... Power Gauntlets. Exhaust Power Gauntlets, deal 1 damage to an enemy, 2 instead if you have the aerial trait. Ooh. I want to keep this. So I guess I'll use these 3 to pay for... Yeah, I'll use these 3 to pay for Avengers Mansion, and I won't have enough to actually play the Power Gauntlet. But I'll use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. And that is Repulsor Blast. I can get to... If I flip over, I can get the aerial trait. And then I can use this to defeat or remove 1 from a scheme, and then I can attack a minion, and then use Interrogation Room to remove 1 from another scheme. So I can effectively scheme for 2 this turn. But I think I'm alright. I don't think I care that much about the scheme at the moment. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. He would need to boost for 3 for me to lose the current... Oh, no, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 2 is 8. 9 because of Drone Factory. Never mind. He can't scheme. I can't let him scheme. I cannot let him scheme. Alright. I'm flipping over to Iron Man. As Iron Man, though, I can do stuff. What can I do? Rocket Boots requires a mental energy for me to gain the aerial trait, so I can't do that. So I might as well pay the Powered Gauntlets to use Repulsor Blast. Deal 1 damage to an enemy and discard the top 5 cards of your deck for each. It's fine. I'm just gonna kill a drone anyways. The drone goes away. It is the power of justice. When the drone goes away, I'm gonna use Interrogation Room. These are minions, right? Each drone minion. Yeah, they're minions. Interrogation Room to remove 1 threat from Drone Factory. And Iron Man is just going to attack another drone. Pepper Potts, no. I guess we'll have to go through our deck and get her again. That's fine. End of turn. What is my hand size now? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Arc Reactor. Hey, there we go. That's a good one. For Justice, that's a good one. First Aid. For Justice, if I use a mental resource, I have a mental resource, I can use For Justice to remove 4 threats from a scheme. Excellent. So, Ultron attacks this time. I forgot. I have to put threat on Assault on NORAD, 2 base from this and the main. And then do I want a minion or do I want... It's just 1 minion, right? Place 2 threats here or place 1 card from the top of the... Put the top card of the deck. Okay. I'll put a card on from the top of my deck. Ultron attacks, so I get another minion. Because this is Ultron Phase 2. When Ultron attacks, put the top card of your deck into play face down, engage with you as a drone minion until the end of the attack. Ultron gets +1 attack for each drone minion engaged with you. That's fine. 3 plus 2 is 5. Maybe that's not fine. 5 plus 2. So that's 7 damage. Oh wait, how many hit points do I have? I have 9. I have 10 because of drone boots. Oh no. And then 3 drones are attacking me. So I'm gonna have to defend one of them. Alright, using a defense on one of them, so I'm down. I have taken 9 damage. And then deal myself a card. Biomechanical upgrade. Surge. Attached to the minion with the highest printed health points without another biomechanical upgrades attached. Force interrupt when the attached minion will be defeated. Heal all damage from it instead, and then discard this card. That sucks, especially since that has Surge. Swarm attack. When revealed, each drone minion engage with your hero attack. Alright, well I lost. Let's just, between you and me, let's just pretend that didn't happen, and we'll reshuffle and start again, shall we? Man, guys, I just saw my friend over here. He was playing with my cards. I think that he was trying to play against expert Ultron for some reason, even though he's clearly just so trash at the game. But I think it's time for me to beat Ultron with my Justice Iron Man deck. You guys know how this works, so I don't have to go over it again, right? You've seen all my previous videos. What do we have? Starting hand, what do I want to get rid of? Well, I have Pepper Potts, I want to keep her. I don't care that much about her heroic intuition at the moment. Jessica Jones would probably be a good idea. Greater responsibility? Screw that. Actually, wait a second. Typically, Ultron, the Crimson Cowl would go away immediately if I stay in Tony Stark form, because Ultron's going to scheme for 2, and it's going to get 1 base, plus 1 from there. But if I keep a greater responsibility, I can take that as damage, and then next turn recover it. So I think I'm going to keep one of those. As for Genius, I think I want to use it to pay for Pepper Potts, and then get something out of that. So that's probably going to be my mulligan. So draw back up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Surveillance Team, Strength, and Supersonic Punch. Alright. Now, I can use Tony Stark's Futurist ability. The Power of Justice, the Power of Justice, and 4 Justice. Alright, well 4 Justice does nothing for me because there is no threat on anything. So I guess I'm taking a Power of Justice. What can I do with this? Let's use the Power of Justice to pay for Surveillance Team. That's going to be really helpful. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is not the one that allows me to scheme whenever I defeat a minion, but that's fine. This is less helpful. Then I can use a... Oh, I suppose it doesn't matter. Supersonic Punch isn't going to do anything because I'm not going to switch over to hero form. So I guess I'll use these 3 to pay for Pepper Potts. She's going to be a resource, and I think I'll keep the rest of my hand just like that. Draw back up to my hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mark 5 Helmet. This is the one that allows me to scheme. Emergency. Ooh. Might be the one time I actually like having Emergency in my hand. What do I want to do? I can use Emergency, use 2 for Heroic Intuition, Greater Responsibility is going to be used, Interrogation Room with Pepper Potts, no, okay. I would love to use Emergency, but I can't. I needed to pay for something. That's okay. So, Ultron, step 1, get to 1 from being here. Ultron's gonna scheme. Gonna scheme for... Wow, okay. Ultron's gonna scheme for 5, and I'm gonna... Oh, this is a hero interrupt! Oh, this is a hero interrupt. I'm not a hero. Never mind, never mind. Let's pretend I did not keep Great Responsibility. If I realized I was a hero interrupt, I would not have kept that. I think it's cool if we just pretend I didn't do that, and I get Rocket Boots instead. So, scheming for 5, Crimson Cowl is super done. Assault on NORAD comes into play, and when it comes into play, I get a drone minion from the top of my deck. And this needs 10. So, because Ultron schemed and completed it, these 2 drones are still going to scheme, so 2 more are going to come onto the main scheme. And I get dealt a face down card, and that card is Upgraded Drones. Attached to the Ultron Drones environment, each face down drone gets +1 attack and +1 hit points. Spend 1 of each resource to discard this card. Ouch. Okay, that makes things a little more complicated, but now it is my turn, and let's start with Futurist. Stark Tower Powered Gauntlets. Exhaust Power Gauntlets to deal 1 damage to an enemy. I have Rocket Boots. Ooh, I can wipe them out. Or Avengers Mansion. But how can I wipe them out? What am I going to do exactly? Should probably figure that out. Because I need to be in hero form if I'm going to do that. Rocket Boots, Mark 5 helmet, and Powered Gauntlet would make my hand size 4, which is relatively acceptable. If I go Emergency for Rocket Boots, I need a mental resource. My only mental resource would be Genius. I have to use this for the Rocket Boots. Oh, I can't wipe them out. I exhaust power gauntlets deal 1 damage to an enemy, 2 damage instead if you have the arrow trait. This is not dealing damage to everyone, and I also... The upgraded drones is here. Never mind, that's not going to happen. Instead, I guess I will go for the Stark Tower? How many of my upgrades are in the graveyard? I have no upgrades in the graveyard, actually. Stark Tower would do nothing for me. I mean, I will have Powered Gauntlets. I could get it back. Or I could just go for the Avengers Mansion. Avengers Mansion is going to be Genius plus Heroic Intuition plus Emergency for Avengers Mansion. Use Avengers Mansion. Pepper Pot will pay for something else. That doesn't work out too well. I really want to use my entire hand this turn. Alright, I'm gonna get Stark Tower instead. That feels bad, but I'm gonna get Stark Tower. So, Stark Tower, I can use the Genius to pay for that. Pepper Pot's resource, I don't have to be an alter ego to get 2 resources to pay for the Heroic Intuition. Might as well. No, I think I'd rather have my upgrades. I think I'd rather have regular upgrades. Okay. Pepper Pots, pay for Rocket Boots. Emergency, pay for Interrogation Room. And then Heroic Intuition to pay for the Mark 5 helmet. Now the question is what to do. Should I flip over or should I think this doesn't give them +1 scheme, so that's okay. So it is scheme for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it already has 2. It's going to go to 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. Oh, and it's going to get 1 more up to 8 at the very least, and then Ultron's going to do his thing, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Surveillance team, going to exhaust that. I need to thwart as much as I can at the moment to get rid of 1 from Assault on NORAD. Place 2 threat here, or put a top card of your deck into play face down. I have 1 health upgrade. Ultron's gonna attack, if I flip over, Ultron's gonna attack for 2, 3, 4. And then these are gonna attack for 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's gonna be 8. And that does not leave me a lot to work with. I think I have to risk it and just let them scheme. Shoot, alright, well, I guess that's what I'm doing. So, Assault on NORAD gets +1. I'm gonna give it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if I get a minion, that's gonna be so much harder to deal with. 2 more. Ultron schemes. Ultron schemes for 2. Alright, so that completes the Assault on NORAD. And then the countdown to Oblivion happens. Countdown to Oblivion. Each player puts the top card of your deck into play face down with them engaged as a drone. And it flips over. Countdown to Oblivion. Threat cannot be removed from the scheme, and so basically all my cards are useless, and then I'm gonna lose. Alright. What is up, guys? I know it might be surprising to see T'Challa on screen instead of Iron Man, because I said I was going to play Iron Man with Justice in the last video, but I just got a bad feeling about Iron Man against Ultron, you know? It just... my instincts are telling me that wouldn't work out too well. And then it occurred to me that with T'Challa, I get to search my deck for a Black Panther upgrade and add it to my hand using Foresight at the very beginning of the game during setup. And the Energy Daggers... Choose a player, deal 1 damage to the villain and to each enemy engaged with that player, which would be great to wipe out the Ultron drones. So I think I'm going to give this a try instead. So technically you're supposed to do this after you've drawn your hand, but I think either way it doesn't really matter. I'm going to have 7 cards in my hand, and one of them is going to be energy daggers. And I can't be bothered to shuffle my deck right after shuffling my deck for the beginning of the game, so I'm just going to do this instead. So, 6 cards, opening hand. Oh, technically. I suppose technically it does matter, because Ultron... I get the face-down card from Ultron from the top of my deck before drawing my hand. So energy daggers could be one of those. But if it is one of those, this game would be miserable to play. So let's just say that's not the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus energy daggers. What do we have? Mockingbird. This is going to be part of my mulligan. Not going to be a mulligan target. Mockingbird, Tenacity, mulligan. Shuri. After Shuri enters play, search your deck for an upgrade and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Whoa. Did I do that last time? I think I might get rid of Mockingbird and keep Shuri. Hey, Wakanda Forever. Gonna need that. And a bunch of energy. Excelente. Search for... Use Vibranium. Play Shuri. Use something else. Or use energy to play energy daggers. Shuri's gonna get me an upgrade. I'm not gonna have enough to play the upgrade if I use the Wakanda Forever. If I use the Wakanda Forever. But I think I'm fine with that. I think I'm fine with just keeping it in my hand. So let's do this. Mockingbird, Tenacity, goes bye-bye. And I draw 2 more cards, Emergency, and Wakanda Forever. That's not good. I would rather have those in my deck. But we get to start playing at this point. So, Vibranium, Energy Daggers, Energy, Shuri. Shuri enters play, search your deck for an upgrade and add it to my hand. It just has to be an upgrade. It doesn't have to be a Black Panther upgrade. I could go Heroic Intuition. I think that's the only other upgrade that isn't a Black Panther one. Yeah, Tactical Genius, Vibranium Suit. I think Tactical Vibranium Suit is the correct choice. What is my base Stort? 2. Everything is 2. I just realized I don't even need to really kill off the minions because he has Retaliates. That can just kill off the minions by himself when they're attacking him, but I'd rather not have him die from damage. No, it's nice to have some amount of thwarting in my hand, or thwarting on my field, so I'm going to go with Tactical Genius. Search your deck for an upgrade and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Yeah, so it doesn't actually allow me to put it into play directly, which is fine. I'm just going to keep it in my hand. Should I just keep the Wakanda Forevers in my hand and then do them next turn? I could fire off 2 of them. That might be nice. That might be really nice, actually. Well, I need to pay for the Tactical Genius somehow, and it doesn't feel good keeping 4 cards in my hand as opposed to just 1. So I'll use one of the Wakanda Forever and an Emergency for the Tactical Genius. I will switch over from T'Challa so that he doesn't scheme every turn and just complete the scheme immediately. That would be a terrible idea. And I am going to attack the drone. What is my drone? Panther Claws. Ah, that's why I didn't see it. So, Wakanda Forever stays in my hand. Draw up to 5. Great Responsibility. For Justice. Astro Knowledge and Interrogation Room. Interrogation Room will be nice to have. Yes, this is the one that when you defeat a minion, you get to exhaust it and remove 1 threat from a scheme. Excellent. Ultron's turn. It automatically gets 1, and then Ultron's going to attack instead of scheme. He gets a drone, so he's attacking for 3 base. I am choosing to... I think I can block this. Actually, I think I can just block with Shuri. Why do I need Shuri around? She only has 1 thwart, 1 attack. I think it's fine to just block with Shuri, and then when she dies, and she comes back... I don't think you're supposed to keep her around. I don't think that's the goal of Shuri. I think it's just for when she comes into play. So Shuri's going to block, Ultron's going to attack for 5. And Shuri is dead. Not dead. Just out of commission. The drone is going to attack Black Panther. I'm just going to take that. And because of Retaliate, the drone is also going to die. Vibranium. I get Delta card. That card is Android Efficiency. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. Oh, is that it? That's not that bad. That is not bad at all. So, my turn. I can use Greater Responsibility to pay for Interrogation Room. I like that. Use 4 Justice to pay for Wakanda Forever. Doing all my stuff. I think I'm going to do... Oh, it doesn't matter either way. Choose a player, deal 1 damage, 2 damage instead if this is the final. Okay, I'm going to use Tactical Genius first, remove 1 threat from my scheme. And then Energy Daggers, deal 2 damage to all my enemies. This was a first aid, and Ultron's going to take 2 damage. And should I keep the Ancestral Knowledge? Choose up to 3 different cards in your discard pile and shuffle them into your deck as an alter ego action. Yeah, sure, why not? There's 2 Wakanda Forevers in my graveyard. Let's do that. So, oh, I don't need to use Interrogation Room because I got rid of that. Yes, so draw back up to 5. Wakanda Forever, Surveillance Team, 4 Justice, and Haymaker. Ultron, this gets 1. Ultron's attacking. I will not defend. No, I will defend. I will defend, and then the drone's going to die by itself. And he's attacking for 4, so I take 2 damage. And then drone attacks me, I take 1 more damage, and the drone is dead. Drone was Heroic Intuition. Reveal a card, Repair Sequence. When revealed, Ultron heals 2 damage for each drone minion engaged with you. There are no drone minions. If no damage was healed this way, this card gains Surge. Alright. The Doomsday Chair. When revealed, if M.O.D.O.K is not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for M.O.D.O.K and put him into play engaged with you. Then shuffle the encounter deck. Okay. Time to see what M.O.D.O.K is all about. He looks quite silly. That's why I saved him for last. Oh, he's in the... And discard pile. He's in the discard pile. He was one of the boosts, I guess. M.O.D.O.K comes into play. And I guess I should shuffle... I guess I should have never actually searched this. So I gave the encounter deck a nice shuffle. Not that I knew what was in there anyways. So what is the deal with... Oh, this comes... Whoa! What the heck is this? This comes into play with 8. That's a lot. Okay. And M.O.D.O.K is a 2 scheme, 2 attack, 8 HP, retaliate 2. After this character is attacked, deal 2 damage to the attacking character. I thought this was just a silly big-headed guy. Why is he so strong? Madam Hydra wasn't that strong. Alright, let's go with... I'm gonna use Wakanda Forever, that's for sure. I don't think I'm gonna use Haymaker. And I don't think I'm gonna use 4 Justice, so I can pay for the other one with Ancestral Knowledge. That seems like a good idea. So, Ancestral Knowledge. And then... pay 1 for Wakanda Forever. I'll use Haymaker to pay for that. Wakanda Forever activates, and I am going to do... I think it's best to do Tactical Genius last. Deal, so I can remove 2 from here. And then Energy Daggers, therefore, would only deal 1 damage to everyone. 1 to Ultron. Wait, what? Did Ultron heal? Ultron heals 2 damage for each drone minion engaged with you. That's right, that's why he didn't heal. Okay. And then M.O.D.O.K is also going to take 1 damage. And I still have 4 Justice in my hand. I think I will discard it. There are better options. I'd rather get to the better options. And nothing was defeated, so I can't use Interrogation Room. Should I flip over? The answer is no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Power of Justice, like that. Nick Fury, like that. Wakanda Forever, like that. Daredevil, like that. And Genius, I like that. Alright, I like it like that. So, Crimson Cowl gets 1 more thing. Ultron. Oh, wait, no. Crimson Cowl gets 2 more things. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Alright, with that in mind, I will change my mind. I did not remove 2 threat from Doomsday Chair. I removed it from Crimson Cowl. And since I only needed to remove 1, I'm going to do Energy Daggers last. So everyone takes 1 more damage. That's what I wanted to do anyways. So Crimson Cow does not get completed. Ultron attacks. I get a minion. He's attacking for some amount. Do I block? I'm at 4 HP. I think I block, because he's attacking for 3 base. Oh. Oh, no, we're not stage 2 yet. Okay, he's attacking for 5 minus 2, which is 3. I'm up to 7 damage. Plus 2 from M.O.D.O.K. I'm up to 9 damage. 10 damage from the minion. 10 damage because of the minion. Minion's dead. Minion attacked me, minion's dead. Surveillance team. Oh! Ultron attacked me. Have I not been doing retaliate on Ultron? I don't think I have, but I can't be too certain, so I'm only going to do this one, and M.O.D.O.K's going to get 1 more damage from attacking me. Now it's my turn. Now I get to do this stuff. I really want to pay for Nick Fury. I also really want to pay for Daredevil. Here's what I'm thinking. 1, 2, 3. I won't have enough. Why do you not have any resources, Black Panther? Where are your resources at? These both cost 4. If I had 1 more resource, I could take out M.O.D.O.K. and use Wakanda Forever. But instead, what I will do... Alright, I'm paying 4 for Nick Fury, and I'm going to draw cards. 1, 2, 3. That was Wakanda Forever, Power of Justice, and Great Responsibility. So I can do Wakanda Forever twice then. If only I had 2 more upgrades. Let's use Greater Responsibility to pay for Wakanda Forever. And both times I'm going to do Energy Daggers last. Because either way, that's going to do Tactical Genius. Yeah, so 2 more for that. So these are activating twice. Energy Daggers is activating for 4 damage on each enemy. Up to 9. M.O.D.O.K. is down to... Black Panther should be exhausted, I believe. Oh, Nick Fury's in play too. I didn't consider that. I did not consider that. Okay. And then 4 damage on M.O.D.O.K. So M.O.D.O.K. is down to 1 HP. 1 HP. How do I want to kill him? Can I kill him? These should be gone because of the 2 Tactical Geniuses, and so should these. Nick Fury can block an attack next turn, but then the Ultron drone's gonna attack me and kill Black Panther. Although Black Panther can defend, I suppose. But then M.O.D.O.K's gonna attack and kill Black Panther. And then the drone will kill Black Panther. Ultron attack, he gets a drone, Nick Fury blocks Ultron, M.O.D.O.K. attacks, Black Panther blocks, but the drone attacks and kills Black Panther. So I have to... Yeah, I think my only option is to just use Nick Fury to attack M.O.D.O.K. He's going to take 1 retaliation damage, and then M.O.D.O.K. has 2 retaliate, so Nick Fury's just going to die right now. But so is M.O.D.O.K. And then when M.O.D.O.K. dies, I can use Interrogation Room, defeat a minion, so I get to exhaust Interrogation Room. Could I have been doing that during the enemy phase when the drones die? I think I could have. I think I should have. Anyways, Interrogation Room removes 1 threat from Doomsday Chair. And then Black Panther, Ultron would attack. Black Panther will die if Ultron boosts. So I think I have to flip over. And since I'm flipped over, I can use Ancestral Knowledge. Choose up to 3 Oh, this is an event! This is not an upgrade! Oh. Oh, whoops. I don't know when I played this, but I'm fairly certain that when I played it, there were 2 Wakanda Forevers in my graveyard. Was Panther Claws out in my graveyard? I can't say for certain. I'm trying not to cheat. I'm fairly certain Vibranium was in there. Let's just say I did those. Yeah, I legitimately thought that was... It's called Ancestral Knowledge. Why is that not an upgrade? Why is this an event? Your Ancestral Knowledge is not an event. You should... I think the naming on a lot of these cards is just plain bad. I don't think that something called Ancestral Knowledge should be an event and not an upgrade. I also don't, now that I think about it actually, I don't think I played it. Oh, I did not play it while, okay, yeah. I did not play it while I was in Alter Ego form. So those three are in my graveyard and I'm going to shuffle my deck again. Lots of shuffling my deck today. With that done, Crimson Cowl is definitely going to advance, which is a shame. But I get to draw up to 6 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are we looking at? Vibranium Suit. Hey, there we go. Heroic Intuition. Meh. Vibranium. Jessica Jones. Interrogation Room. I can't have more than one of these. And Avengers Mansion. Alright. Everything on exhaust. Start of the turn. It gets 3 automatically. That's before Ultron schemes. So the Crimson Cowl goes away. And I get a drone, thanks to the revealing of Assault on NORAD. And then Ultron is going to scheme. Ultron schemes for 2 plus nothing. Oh, the minion is going to scheme as well. Now it's my turn. I guess I could get out the Vibranium Suit. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Avengers Mansion. Use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. And then use both of these to pay for the Vibranium Suit. Use T'Challa to heal, back down to 6 damage. And the question is whether or not I want to stay in this form. If I flip over, I can't do anything. He's going to scheme. Scheme for 2. Plus 2 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. If he boosts for 2, I am going to go into countdown and I'm going to lose. He's going to go to countdown and I'm going to lose. Not to mention whatever pops up off the top of the deck. Because my deck is empty, so I'm about to get another face down card. I think it's better to just stay in this form and recover next turn, and then flip over and do stuff when I have more cards in my hand, and hopefully I will Wakanda forever. So, draw 1, shuffle my deck, get a face down card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are we looking at? The Golden City, Alter Ego action, exhaust Golden City, draw 2 cards. Hey. Wakanda forever. Hey. Vibranium. Hey. Great responsibility. Meh. Haymaker and Emergency. Alright. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to consider Assault on NORAD to be lost. That he's probably definitely going to scheme for at least 2. Or get a boost of 2. So if it is lost, it's going to get 1 base, plus 1 from Doomsday Chair. And I'm just going to give it to 2 more, instead of getting a drone. Then Ultron schemes for 2. Boost is 0. Oh. Oh, okay. Boost for 0, so that's schemes for 2. This becomes 9. The drone is gonna scheme, and that's gonna count down. Alright. I guess technically, assuming the 0 existed, it would have been better for the drone, because then it would still be at 9. But that's okay. That's a decision we made, and I'm gonna have to live with that. So 3A, each player puts the top player of the card face down as a drone minion, flips over, countdown to oblivion. The threat cannot be removed from countdown to oblivion, and once 5 is on there, we lose. So we have 5 turns essentially, except these drones have not droned. They have not schemed. So it's gonna get 2. And then we get the face down card. Oh, we get another face down card. Advanced Ultron Drone. Guard. Force Interrupt. When Advanced Ultron Drone is defeated, the engaged player puts the top card of their deck face down. Engage as a drone minion. Alright. And Assault. Alter Ego. This card gains Surge. Swarm Attack. When revealed, each drone minion attacks. Engage with your hero attacks. If no attacks were made this way, put the top card of your deck face down and engage with you as a drone minion. And since I am in Alter Ego form, I'm fairly certain they cannot attack. If no attacks were made against you this way, put the top card of your deck face down and engage with you as a drone minion. Okay, I thought that was going to be another Surge. So, my turn. Heal. 4 more recovery. Down to 2 HP. 2 damage, I should say. Gonna flip over because I have no freaking alter ego actions. Oh no, great responsibility is a hero interrupt. I couldn't do that anyways. Yep. That's how that works. Let's go Wakanda forever for sure. Wait. Before I flip over, there's the Golden City. There is the Golden City. Let's start with the Avengers Mansion, draw a card. Interrogation Room. I can't use Interrogation Room. I can't use Great Responsibility, or I'm not going to use Haymaker for sure. I'm going to use these two to pay for the Golden City. Exhaust the Golden City to draw 2 cards in Alter Ego form. Power of Justice and Vibranium. Lots of resources. Now I get them. Flip over. Oh, I can't even use these resources. I have nothing to pay for. What the heck? Why would you do this to me? Alright. So, let's use Power of Justice to do Wakanda Forever. I'm doing Wakanda Forever. I can only do it once. So what's happening here? I don't need to deal 2 damage to everything. So I can use Energy Daggers first, kill off all the drones. Drones were Strength Surveillance Team for Justice. In response, I can use Interrogation Room to remove 1 from... I can't do it from here, but I can do it from Doomsday Chair. Oh, Doomsday Chair is also going to count down more because it has the acceleration. These 2 also take 1 damage. Advanced Drone and Ultron, he's up to 10 damage. I think that's the highest I've gotten him on Expert mode. Yay me. Next, I think I'll do the Tactical Genius. Get 1 more from the Doomsday Chair, because it's not going to finish it either way. And last, I'm going to use Vibranium Suit to move 2 damage off of me onto the Advanced Android Drone. That way, when the drone dies, or when the drone attacks me, he will die. And in response to him dying, I can get 1 more from the Doomsday Chair. Now that that is done, what I'm thinking is that when any amount of threat would be placed on the main scheme, not when it is put on the main scheme, I can use Great Responsibility at the start of the turn to take 2 damage instead of Countdown Oblivion activating. When the villain schemes... Okay, I'm not going to let the villain scheme, so I'm definitely getting rid of Emergency. And I think I just want to search for more stuff instead of keeping Vibranium. Now, everything unexhausts. Draw back up to 5. Heroic Intuition again, I don't need you. Alright. I got the Wakanda Forever and I got more energies. Alright. So, Countdown to Oblivion. Acceleration token. It would get 2. I am using Great Responsibility to take 2 damage instead. Ultron attacks. Ultron gets a drone. Ultron attacks for 3. I am not defending, because I need to thwart that Doomsday Chair in order to get rid of it. Yeah, I need to thwart that Doomsday Chair to get rid of it. Unless I use Wakanda Forever. Wait, Wakanda Forever, I can do 2 interrogation rooms about to activate onto Ultron drone. That's fine, never mind, I will defend. I will defend with Black Panther. Ultron takes 1 more damage from the attack, and he's attacking for 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 2 is 3, I'm up to 5 damage. Advanced Ultron drone attacks me, I take 1 more damage. So does this drone, I take 1 more damage, I'm at 7 damage. Drone's dead. Ancestral Knowledge goes away, and so does the Advanced Ultron drone. When the Advanced Ultron drone dies, Force Interrupt, when it is defeated, the engaged player puts the top card of their deck face down. And, this was during the attack phase. I think he still attacks... According to the Doom rule, or whatever it's called, I think he still attacks thanks to the timing being unspecific and unclear and stuff, so he's gonna attack. It's a Wakanda Forever, and I take 1 more damage. I'm at 8 damage, and I get Delta card, and that card is Invasive AI. When revealed, each player discards the top 3 cards. That's not that bad. Oh, but it has I get dealt an extra card every turn from now on. Boom, Shuri, Heroic Intuition, Vibranium. Now it's my turn. Now it is my turn. I'm going to Avengers Mansion, draw a card. Panther Claws. Deal 2 damage to an enemy 4 instead if this is the final step of the sequence. That doesn't help me that much, but since I have nothing to pay for, I guess it's fine. Why do I only have 5 cards? Oh, because I used one of those cards. Right. Interrogation Room should also be exhausted. I'm fairly certain I used it on Doomsday Chair. So... I don't need Heroic Intuition. Because I'm not thwarting this turn and I'm going to lose soon anyways. So paying 2 for Panther Claws. Paying 1. You know what, let's keep the... I'd rather just search for more Wakanda Forevers. I'm going to discard them both. Wakanda Forever. I have 4 upgrades out. So I can go... I'm definitely doing this last. I don't care that much about the damage to Ultron right now. He has 22 hit points. I'm at half. Okay. Gonna do this last. Gonna do this, or not last, I'm gonna do it first. So these 2 are definitely going first. My question is, what am I gonna do regarding... Wait a second, no, because Tactical Genius was supposed to be able to get rid of Doomsday Chair if I use Interrogation Room. So I think I forgot to get rid of one of these. Yeah, so Tactical Genius is going to be last. So it's going to be 1 damage, plus 2 is 3, 4 damage thanks to Vibranium Suit, and I'm going to heal 1. 15 damage, and I'm back down to 7, and Doomsday Chair goes away. So I got up to get some water, because my throat was quite parched, and I've lost the track a little bit as to what's happening, but I'm pretty sure it's the end of my turn and I'm about to draw my hand of cards. I am in Black Panther form, because I don't want him scheming, that's right. So I drop the 5, everything on exhaust, and everything goes badly for me. Let's see how badly. So, main scheme gets 1, unless I have an emergency in here, and I do not. Alright. No drones, Ultron attacks. Now I get a drone. And my health is at 10. He's gonna attack for at least 3, so I have to defend. Yes, I have to defend. Defending 3 plus 1, so that's 4. Minus 2 is 2. I'm at 9, he takes 1 more damage. Drone attacks me. I'm up to 10 damage, I have 1 HP left. That drone was Nick Fury, I would have liked to have Nick Fury. And I get dealt 2 encounter cards. Advanced Ultron Drone. Cool, that's great, that's fine. And Caught Off Guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. Oh, Interrogation Room. I will exhaust that when the drone dies. Invasive AI is down to 2. And I have to discard an upgrade or support. I'm not going to be in Alter Ego form, so I'm going to discard the Golden City. Yes, discard is actually a support. I can discard this, yes. That, just making sure. So, now it's my turn. Avengers Mansion, draw a card. Wakanda Forever, here, there we go, there we go, there we go. Daredevil can come into play. Mockingbird, Mockingbird, Mockingbird. Mockingbird. Mockingbird coming into play, paying with First Aid, Helicarrier, and 4 Justice, and then I'll use Daredevil for Wakanda Forever. These 3 for Mockingbird. Mockingbird comes into play, I get to stun an enemy, stunning Ultron, so I get to live for 1 turn, yay. Go me. I'm gonna have 1 turn left. I don't have the damage for this. I don't think Black Panther has a big damage thing, unlike all the other heroes so far. Yeah, everyone else had some way to deal like 8 damage, or 12 damage, or 15 damage if you're She-Hulk. I don't think Black Panther has anything like that. I'm still on stage 2. I'm definitely not going to win. But let's see how far this gets. So Mockingbird comes into play, and I'm gonna use Wakanda Forever. What order do I want to do things in? I think I'm going to use Tactical Genius last to remove 2 threats from the invasive AI. So these are going to activate. So 2 damage to an enemy, 1 damage to an enemy, 1 damage to an enemy, and that can kill Advanced Ultron Drone. And I'm going to heal 1 damage. Back down to 9. Advanced Ultron Drone's going to die. When Ultron Drone is defeated, put the top card face down, engaged with me. Do I want to do that? I'm going to heal 1. Black Panther's going to... Yeah, I'll still live, because it's not going to get a boost. Yeah. And Tactical Genius is going to remove 2 from the invasive AI. So that's not gone. That is now gone. And Mockingbird might as well attack, I guess. Let's try to get as close as possible to Stage 3. I'd like to get to Stage 3 at the very least. 1 damage on Mockingbird, end of my turn, everything unexhaust. And I draw back up to... Oh, don't tell me. Oh, that is the end of my deck. I get dealt a face down card. Deck has been shuffled. What did I get? Surveillance Team, Wakanda Forever, Jessica Jones, Power of Justice, and Tenacity. Oh, did I want to... No, I did not want to flip over. What am I talking about? I'm talking crazy right now. Alright, so... +1 to Countdown to Oblivion, unless I have Emergency. Yeah, I don't have Emergency. Alright. Ultron Drone. Ultron, stunned, can't attack. Ultron Drone attacks Black Panther. Black Panther defeats it with Retaliate. That was great responsibility. I can't use Interrogation Room because there is no scheme that can have threat removed. And I get dealt a face-down card. Card is Master Plan. When revealed, place 4 threats on each side scheme. If there are no side scheme in play, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a side scheme is discarded. Reveal that side scheme. But this is not a side scheme. This is a tech attachment. Shadows of the Past. Don't need that right now. Any side schemes? The Doomsday Chair. Okay, this is a side scheme. Doomsday Chair. One review. If M.O.D.O.K is not a fucking... Alright. This is good. This is fine. This is fine. Everything's okay. Everything is good at your Juness. I forgot the actual words. Eight for the Doomsday Chair. And 1 more. Business problems. Of course. Wait, business problems. This should not be oh, this should be Affairs of State. I need to... Whoopsies. Let's pretend that was Affairs of State. Affairs of State, give to the T'Challa player. You may flip the alter ego form. Choose. Exhaust T'Challa. Remove Affairs of State from the game. Or choose and discard a Black Panther upgrade you control. Discard this obligation. I'm thinking I should just exhaust... It doesn't matter. I'll just exhaust T'Challa. Why not? It doesn't matter. Flip, whatever. It's fine. I'm about to lose. It's okay. Everything's fine. My turn. I guess. Avengers Mansion. I have 1 opportunity. If I get Emergency, the 1 card I have never used in any other scenario, and that I was gonna just take off the deck, because I was like, if I could have taken it out of the deck, I would have, except the deck building in the core box is basically non-existent, and there's nothing to replace it with. That's the only reason why it was still in this deck. But if I get an Emergency, Wakanda Forever, cool. I guess I could go... Power of Justice and Tenacity for Jessica Jones. I think I'd rather just use... It doesn't matter, I've lost. But... I think I'd rather use 2... Wakanda Forevers. That can be done with Surveillance Team and Tenacity. And I guess I will discard both of these at the end of the turn, hoping I get Emergency. So, 2 Wakanda Forevers, and my goal is to kill M.O.D.O.K? He has 2 attack. I'm about to heal 2. Because I'm not going to do that last, that's for sure. 7. I could take M.O.D.O.K's damage, actually. Yeah, I can take M.O.D.O.K's damage. Panther Claws deals 2 damage to an enemy, 4 instead if this was the final step. I can deal 8 with that. Oh wait, he has 22 HP? I just need to deal 5 more damage. To get to stage 3. I'd like to get to stage 3. I'll count that as a win if I get to stage 3. So yeah, I can get to stage 3. Move 1 damage to your... So at the very least, 2 of them are going to him. 19. I just need 3 more damage. At the very least, Energy Daggers is going to deal 2 more. So he's at 21. Ah, wait. Panther Claws, if one of them goes to Panther Claws... So let's say one of those damage from one of the optional ones went to M.O.D.O.K instead. 2 Energy Daggers goes to M.O.D.O.K. Tactical Genius. So I only need 1 Panther Claws on Ultron to get him to stage 3, so I'll use one of them on M.O.D.O.K for 2 damage. And I'm going to use Tactical Genius twice on the Doomsday Chair. So a total of 4 threats removed. Stage 3 Ultron! I have made it! He is done and dusted! Stage 3 Ultron. Each drone minion gets +1 attack and +1 hit points. Ultron cannot take damage while a drone minion is in play. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Ultron's Imperative Side Scheme and reveal it. And shuffle the encounter deck. Ultron's Imperative. When revealed, the first player puts the top 2 cards of their deck face down, engage with them as a drone minion. Draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And no emergency, I have lost. At the very least, I did better than a person would do if they hypothetically played Iron Man against Expert Ultron, thinking that they can just stay in their human form. And I had a lot more fun this time with Black Panther than I did last time. I think that's the important thing, is that I don't really care that much if I lose. I care more about if the game was boring or it sucked or it just... Either way, I'm still not... Man, I had all 4 of my upgrades this time. Like, for a lot of the match. And I still was like, even playing 2 Wakandas Forever in a turn. I did that multiple times, I think. And it still wasn't very satisfying, I guess. Like, Black Panther just doesn't feel good. At the very least, when it comes to the games I've played with him, he doesn't feel that great. Protection, I think he just didn't feel good because protection cards in the core set I don't think are very good. If there ever was a time for Black Panther to feel like he does feel good, it would have been against Ultron. There's a lot of things to get rid of the drones. You have your Retaliate, you have your Energy Daggers. Yeah, something about him, he just doesn't have that oomph. But either way, I would really like to win a expert encounter. I'd like to win an expert encounter against all these characters, first off. And I think maybe Black Panther, the people that you have to build stuff up for just aren't inherently that great. The expert mode encounters, by the nature of the fact that you have to build stuff up. Meanwhile, the enemy is starting with like a billion things on their board. So I think what I'm going to do is try Spider-Man again. Let's go back to our roots. Let's try Spider-Man, and I think I'm going to try the leadership deck. Because I really wanted to see if I could boost Black Cat's stats, like I said when I first played leadership, and see how that works out. As for who I'm playing against, I'm not too sure yet. I just gave Ultron 3 goes. And people keep trying to convince me that Rhino is like actually worth playing against, so I guess I'll give him another shot. If you want to watch that for some reason, I guess I will see you in the next video. Bye.